jazzing up your day with a touch of soul. The Living Room on 938 Live.
Welcome into the Living Room on 938 Live, and the first exhibition presented by the Singapore Art Museum, or SAM, after the Singapore Biennale, Unearthed, draws on works from SAM's permanent collection as well as private collections, offering an insight into how artists living in Singapore's urban environment view and respond to the natural world. With us today is Tan Siu Lee and also Ezam Rahman, whose works are called Ouch. We'll find out more in just a bit from him. But first up from Siu Lee, tell us a bit more about Unearthed. Sounds a bit like we're digging for things.
Yeah, exactly. So Unearthed is an exhibition about our relationship with the earth and the natural world. And there are two components to this exhibition. First of all, we have the show at SAM, which is a curated exhibition featuring artworks from artists in Singapore, and these works examine our relationship with land, water, animals, elemental energies. Now, the second part of the exhibition is at our sister museum just across the road, which is called SAM at 8Q. And this exhibition actually presents works that have come out of an artist residency undertaken by artists in Singapore, Southeast Asia, as well as Asia at the Earth Observatory of Singapore, or EOS for short. The EOS is a research center of excellence that's housed at the NTU, and their job is really to examine climate change, sea level changes, tectonic plate movements, so earth sciences in other words. And what they did is that they inaugurated an artist residency program just last year, invited 5 artists to participate, and these artists have created works that respond to the work of the EOS and the issues around it.
Would you say that's what you've done with your Ouch piece, or not piece, or the theme of your exhibition is called Ouch, Ezam? So Ouch as in why? The earth hurts because of what we're doing to it? Have the issues managed to crawl their way into your pieces?
Metaphorically, maybe. No, because the thing is that, like, because of the medium, the choice of medium that I decided to use in my artwork, and I actually use my own dead skin from my feet. And it's the peeling process, it's the harvesting process. Again, this words peeling and harvesting, men take things from nature, and that's how I see it.
How's that for suffering for your art? How did you do that? Just naturally occurring dead skin, or did you go out and get yourself a sunburn so that the skin would detach itself?
I learned a process, and I did this work in 2009, 2010, and I made a small skeleton like work.
Okay.
It's a fish, and from there I kind of like learned how our body works, and by wearing flip-flops every day, you know, our weather is really good and dries up really fast, and that's where I get
Not sure that's a good thing, but good for you in order for you to get the material you need. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, and also, I mean, like, men, like, how we evolve, like, we walk barefoot, you know, so I those are some of the little inspirations that I got, so.
If you could give us an idea, how much material needs to be harvested, so to speak, for you to be able to do some of the pieces that you've done?
Okay, the whole process.
A cupful, you know.
I've sculpted like 5 miniature skeleton pieces, and it took me about a whole month to cultivate my skin, to harvest my skin. So yeah, and
would you say it's about a fistful worth of dead skin?
It
around there.
It's the size of a cupcake.
Okay, tantalizing. Yeah. So after that's done, the harvesting of the material that you need, does it need to be processed in order to perhaps have some kind of longevity to it? We don't want it disintegrating whilst on display, right?
Okay. What happened is that, like, I use a kind of glue that it kind of like protects the skin, and I have a piece that I made in 2010, and it's still around, and it just changes color. So so far so good. So it doesn't break
Still
down.
there.
Yeah, it's still there. It's, no smell.
Why did this become an inspiration for you? I mean, why this particular medium? I mean, there are other sort of creatures on Earth that could perhaps provide you with that kind of material. For example, the molting of snakeskin.
Right. I do not want to use exactly living animals. I mean, like, we
because
groom
you
ourselves.
are dead. No,
No.
because
We
you're a
groom
living
ourselves.
animal
Like
too,
we cut our hair. So
Right.
so the idea was, one day I was like biting my nails and I decided to, oh no, okay, everything is just jagged. So I decided to clip it up, and then, oh, my skin is too thick. I clip it up. Oh, look, more skin. Cut it out. Peel it off. And then you start playing with it and you take a look at it. And I'm a sculptor and I don't have a studio. I work everything in my bedroom. So it's quite hard for me to actually, like, make bigger things. And when I have all these materials, open, close, inverted commas, let's play with it. And that's where I decided, and I like the material, how translucent it is, like it's part of me, and it became, and I'm giving a new life, and all these things are like dead creatures. Yeah.
I see Siu Lee nodding emphatically. So this is perfect for this particular show that you created, Unearthed. This is humans take from the earth, and now we're giving back, so to speak.
Yeah, it's incredibly intimate but abject at the same time. And when you think about the foot, the human foot, I mean, that is the part of us that actually makes contact with the earth, and yet it has to harden itself to protect us, because if you walk around with very smooth, tender skin, you're going to hurt yourself quite easily. So I think it's very meaningful that Izam's actually made these animal fossils or skeletons out of his own skin. And a lot of visitors that I brought around the museum actually commented that this shows that we're all interconnected, we're all just part of the same earth.
Sounds good to us. We're talking about Unearthed at the Singapore Art Museum. I'll give you ticketing details and when it'll be on till in just a bit. Stay with us on the Living Room 938 Live.
The Living Room on 938 Live. Time now to rejoin the Living Room on 938 Live.
Thanks for staying with us on the Living Room on 938 Live. And the Singapore Art Museum's first exhibition since its corporatisation is called Unearthed, currently on till the 6th of July. You can go to their website to find out more about ticketing details. SingaporeArtMuseum.sg. With us today is Tan Siu Lee and also Izam Rahman, whose pieces he's called Ouch, because he provided all the material for it. We're talking about, hey, come on, we do it all, and we do it as well. All of us do. Grooming ourselves, clipping nails, getting rid of dead skin and so on. Perhaps we might go to a manicurist to do it, but Izam decided to do it all by himself in order to get material for his pieces. So we were just chatting about how, suffering for your art, as we might call it, what might be next for you?
You know what? Okay, don't be grossed out, but like, I'm actually collecting my own body grime.
Okay, how do we do that?
Like when you sweat and then like you kind of like rub on the edges, and then all these like black dirt start coming in. I start making little balls of them, and like I'm trying to collect them right now.
Right.
Yep.
Again, won't that be something that where you have to consider the degradation of it? How would you preserve that?
I have no idea. So I'm
dear.
just playing with the materials again and see what I can do with it. Yeah. So that's my next series.
Poor Siu Lee, she's looking a bit grey at the moment. We're talking about some strange forms of plasticine, so to speak. But this was completely in tune with what Unearthed was supposed to be about, right, Siu Lee?
Kind of. Well, the whole point of Unearthed is that we really wanted to present a spectrum of approaches to art making and the variety of art medium as well. So I think what's unique about this show at SAM is that really it encompasses artworks made at the intersection of various disciplines. So you have Izam with his body art. We've also got artists who work with land art or earth, a lot of organic materials. Artists working at the interstices of art and molecular biology, zoology, natural history, natural science. So what they bring to bear is really fascinating, because this is really looking at the world through all these different lenses. And I think what's special also is that the show has got a lot of art material and mediums represented. So you've got everything from more traditional painting to sculpture and installation to, like I mentioned, the use of organic material like soil and seeds and skin.
We're still fixated on that. It sounds like the Singapore Art Museum's heading in this new direction to show how these different mediums sort of come together, if at all they do.
And the diversity of art practices as well.
And this is a new sort of avenue that the SAM is, or the SAM is exploring due to its corporatization, or
I wouldn't
something
say
that
it's so much due to corporatization, although I think that allows us to be adventurous. I think a museum's direction and vision are really determined by its director. And with corporatization, we've just had Dr. Susie Lingeng come on board, and she is also very inter and multidisciplinary herself. So she's an artist, an art critic, art historian, art writer, and she is really interested in art as a locus for many different strands of life. So I think she brings that vision to the Singapore Art Museum.
What were her reactions to Azam's skin?
Oh, she
all
loved
over the
it.
place. All over the place, right? What do you hope people will think about and talk about after they view your pieces, Azam? Hopefully beyond the, I can't believe he did that, you know?
What is fascinating for me was when I was there after the opening, and I was just watching people's reaction, and
at first glance you won't be able to tell what the material was, right?
A lot of people just like glanced through and walked, but when they start reading, and I think the museum has really nice sitters also, and they started talking, and they said like, hey, take a look at this work, and it's made out of human skin, and I was there, and I said, yeah, those were my skin, and they were like, take off your shoes, I want to see how bad they are.
I had a lot of visitors asking me that as well.
Yeah.
But you see, after you've done the piece, your feet are great because you had harvested all of that for your pieces.
Yeah.
True?
Yeah, yes.
Unless you go through another process of trying to harvest more skin, I'm sure your feet look great. A big thank you to Azam Rahman. His pieces are called Ouch. They're on display at the Singapore Art Museum till the 6th of July. And this is all part of SAM's new exhibition called Unearthed, again till the 6th of July. Do find out more at their website, singaporeartmuseum.sg. A thank you to Tan Siu Lee as well for joining us today. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Looking at life from a different perspective. The Living Room on 938 Live.